What is going on, guys? TallFishermanJ here. I am back with a video that has been requested many times on the channel now. The last time I did this, you guys really enjoyed it, and I did it with fishing lures, jerkbaits, crankbaits, stuff like that, and that is DIY hydro dipping. Now today, I'm doing something, like I said, that has been requested on the channel, and that is a fishing reel. Now, you guys have been requesting a fishing reel and a fishing rod. I'm still in the process of figuring out how I'm going to do a fishing rod, but for now, I decided to grab one of my reels that I don't use as much, just kind of beat up and try and hydro dip it. And I am going to remove the handle. I'm going to remove as much pieces as I can. I also have painter's tape, and I'm going to tape over some spots where I do not want paint. I know you guys are going to say, well, John, why don't you just take it all apart, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go through all that. And to be honest, I probably wouldn't be able to put it back together, but we're going to try our best today. We have a bucket. We have a little square bucket this time. The circular one, I think, is too deep. This gives it a little bit, makes it a little bit easier. It's shallower, and it is clear, and it's not solid white like the bucket was. And I also got some new colors. I got really bright colors. Here's like a lime green one that should be interesting, and like a light purple. So that is the two colors we're going to mix today, and I'm going to do it a little bit more legit. I also have primer. Now, somebody was commenting and said, hey, you should have primed the lures first. It would have came out a little bit smoother. So that is what I'm going to do to the reel. I'm going to prime it. I'm going to let the primer dry, and then I'm going to dip it. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Hopefully it comes out good. I only have one reel to try this. It might be a fail video. It might not. We will see. Let's do it. Okay, handle is off. All right, and the rest we're going to cover with painter's tape. So what we're going to do is we're going to cover the spool, we're going to cover the tension level here, and probably the drag, and that's pretty much it. The rest I kind of want painted. So let's get to it, and then we're going to actually start priming this bad boy. Okay, pretty damn good. All right, that came out actually a little better than I expected it to. The drag is, the star is perfectly covered, and it left just exactly what I want paint on. Actually, I don't like this hanging off, so we're going to cut that off. I'm going to cover this right here. This may be a little bit difficult because it's perfectly circular, so I don't know how I'm going to do that, but oh wow, there we go. Perfect. Tape is on the spool, just how I want it. Sweet. Okay. And there we go. The circle is covered in painter's tape, the spool, and the star drag here. Everything else I want covered. We're pretty much good to go. I just got to clean this thing because it does have some dirt in there. And then I'm going to start priming it. So I have it taped and hung, ready to prime. Let's go ahead and prime this bad boy, and it's going to dry for about half hour, 45 minutes. I'll give it 45 minutes just to make sure it's completely dry. Make sure we get in there. And we're staying like 10 inches away. No heavy coats, light mists. That's all we're looking for, light mists. All right. That actually looks pretty sweet, all white, but we're gonna let it dry. It's out here in the sun. It's pretty hot, so we're gonna let this dry for about 30. Right, so it's been about an hour. We're giving this thing an hour to dry. It is completely dry to the touch. As you can see, I'm touching all over it, and I do not think I'm gonna do a second coat. It looks pretty good. It's a thin layer. I don't want the primer to be too thick and drippy on this thing, so we're gonna go ahead and prep our little Tupperware with hot water and finally get to the hydro dipping. I'm pretty nervous. Hopefully it comes out good, so let's do it. So we're here with our box, and we're gonna fill it with water. Now this is warmer water. The paint dries slower when you use warmer water. If you do this, do not use cold water. It will dry faster, and then whatever you're trying to dip won't work. We got the DSLR set up for a closer view. That's the view that you guys are probably going to see when I'm dipping it. And here we go. I am freaking terrified. I hope this goes the way I want it to. but with my luck, probably won't. Just jump into it. Hopefully this isn't a fail. All right, gonna make some designs real fast, swirl it around a bit, and we're gonna dip it. Here we go. Slowly, but surely. There we go, completely submerged. Get this off here. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. That came out sick. What? It has a little bit of white in there, but I am not mad at that. I'm actually digging. The hydro dip didn't get all over the reel, but I kind of like the contrast of it. The majority got where I wanted it, and that's, if this would stop spinning, I could show you, right on the face of it. Check that out. What? That is sick. This thing has to dry so I can clean it up, and I'm gonna take all the tape off of it. Wow. It came out so cool. I'm gonna let it, oh crap, I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit. What? Wow, that, I wasn't expecting that, you guys. That looks freaking awesome. I'm gonna let this dry, I'm gonna hang it, let it dry for about half an hour to 45 minutes, and we're gonna come back, put it back together, put some line on it, and see how this looks on a rod. So it's been a little bit. It's dry enough to try and take at least this tape off, and the really cool thing about this tape is when it gets wet, it loses its stickiness, so it pretty much just fell right off. I literally didn't even do anything to it. And the drag star is untouched, just how I wanted it. Got it. Oh my God, it's so perfect. Look at that. Wow. It looks so freaking good. So now that that's off, we're gonna wait, like I said, a little bit more to take the spool tape off, and then we're gonna assemble this reel back together. It'll be quite easy. We got our snips here, make it a little bit easier for us. Come on. Perfect. Tape is off. Spool is, let's see if this thing reels. Yep, still reels. Reels perfectly fine. Check that out. It's time to reassemble this bad boy. So what we're going to do is put the handle back on and move from there. We're going to put this back on here. Just like so. Handle's going on. Put that right in there. Get nice and tight. Perfect. And there we have it. The reel is assembled. Everything is on. Handle's on. Wow, this looks freaking incredible. Still functional. Look at that spool, still going, nothing wrong with it. Let's get some line on this thing. It is, here is the reel all done. As you guys can see, everything is still fully functional. I did not expect it to be this good. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was going into this thinking that I was gonna go and do a fail video, but look at that freaking design. Look at that. Let's go put this thing on a rod. The details on it are really hard to pick up on the GoPro, so initiate DSLR montage now. Guys, so that is gonna do it for this episode of DIY hydro dipping. Now taking one last look at it on the good camera up close. Look at the detail of this thing right here. Again, it came out a lot better than I was expecting it to. It looks sick. Freaking detail, check that out. Amazing. I urge you guys to try this for yourself. Not on any expensive reels, please. I don't want to get any messages that you ruined your $1,000 reel, but if you want to grab a reel, an old one, try it out yourself. It is definitely worth it. If you guys think I did a good job on this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see next in the DIY hydro dip series. I'm thinking about a rod. I'm trying to figure that out currently. As always, everyone, thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I will see you later.